Welcome back. This video will cover the answer to the hard cacophony puzzle, so if you haven't tried it yet, check out the puzzle first and give it a try. Congratulations to this puzzle's top solvers. I always love reading the submissions and feedback for the puzzles and seeing how you all tackle problems in different ways. Now let's talk about how to find the answer. It can be easy to be intimidated or disoriented at first by the fact that any of the calls could theoretically be from a parrot. Let's use a traditional logic grid for this one. It's not necessary to use one, but it can help us stay organized and confident in our deductions. Since there are 5 species of songbirds, or 5 different bird calls in the puzzle, and each cage has 4 birds, there's 1 bird call missing per cage. So for example, the first cage's list has every bird call except for squawk. That means we can be sure the 4 birds in that cage, A, B, E, and F, should not be paired with squawk. The second cage is missing caw, so those birds shouldn't be paired with caw. And so on. Quack is missing from the third cage, chirp is missing from the fourth cage, and hoot is missing from the last cage. None of the calls appear in every cage, but bird B appears in every cage, so therefore B must be the parrot. Once we fill in that part of our grid, marking B as the parrot, and eliminating the possibility of the other birds being parrots, it'll spark a chain reaction. Bird A must be the caw songbird, since it's the only candidate left for A. Then, after caw is eliminated as a candidate for the other birds, E must be the quack songbird, and then F must be the chirp songbird. Now we're left with just 2 birds and 2 calls. In order to disambiguate which is which, we need to consider where they are in the cages. Even though D appears in the 4th cage without C, both of the remaining calls are in that cage's list. So we still can't be sure which one D is saying and which one the parrot is saying. We'll have to keep looking for more clues. We can see those last 2 calls, hoot and squawk, appear in the first and last cages even though C and D are both absent from them. So those 2 calls must be coming from those cages' parrots. The parrot in the first cage could be mimicking either C or D, since they're both in the adjacent cage, but the parrot in the last cage must be mimicking the adjacent D bird. So now we know D is the squawk songbird, and by process of elimination, C is the hoot songbird. Now that the birds have all been properly identified and GPS tagged, your team can gather valuable information about their migration patterns. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all next week with a new set of trichotomy puzzles, and as always, until then, happy puzzling.